Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. Today we're going to talk about time management techniques and tips for moms. I thought it would be a great time to make this video, not just because of the Mother's Day coming up, but also I think Corona is impacting the lives of mothers the most. They're doing homeschooling for their kids, they're cooking 3 times a day. I think it's really hard on them. So I thought this video could help all mothers out there to help with their time management so that they can feel a little bit more relaxed. The tips I'm going to share in this video are perfect for stay-at-home moms as well as working moms. I don't want to make you wait any longer because time is everything, so let's get started. Tip number 1 is creating boundaries. Right now, it's really hard for everyone to determine the boundaries between work life and personal life. But if you're a mom, on top of the work life and the personal life, the things that you do for yourself, there's also going to be, kids' life and partner life and housework life and this and that. So I think creating boundaries between these different things that you do, the different roles that you take throughout a day is really nice to have. You can make boundaries in terms of time. You can say every day between 10 to 12, I'm going to be spending time on the house. I'm going to be spending time on my work. I'm going to be spending time on my own. You know how your day works the best, so I think it's really great to have some time slots for different things and try to keep them as separate as possible. Not just time-wise, but you can also do this, space-wise. You can have a designated workspace if you're a working mom and don't take work to your couch where you spend time with your family or to the kitchen where you cook normally. Another one would be clothing. I love wearing full outfits when I'm working from home or staying home because it makes me feel like I'm doing something in my day that is different from what I do in the evenings. This way I know before 7 I need to be doing different tasks compared to, after 7, which are my generally chill times. I even wear shoes at home. Tip number 2 is to have a to-do list system or a planning system that works for you. What really works for moms is to have a to-do list, maybe on a post-it system or maybe in another system like a planner or an electronic system where you write the things that you want to do for that week rather than that day, because a day changes really fast, but a week is a little bit more manageable if you decide on the things that you want to do that whole week. And also, don't forget to add how much time each and every task you think will take next to that task so you don't overplan. If you think that you'll have 2 hours a day to do stuff that is on your to-do list, as I mentioned in tip number 1, this is basically your, daily slot of work, then you would be, okay, I need to make a to-do list that is 5 times 2 hours. In total, it's going to be 10 hours worth of things. If you write more things there, you might feel overwhelmed. And we definitely don't want moms to feel overwhelmed right now. Another thing that I need to mention when it comes to planning for moms is actually prioritizing everything. Do the things that really help. Do the things that really matter. If you've been ironing bed sheets, maybe stop doing that because, it's not that important. I mean, I'm not going to say what's important to you, but I think focusing on the things that make the most impact on your life and on your family's life and letting go of everything else is the perfect type of prioritization for moms. You can also use something called assigning times to tasks if you stay flexible with this. So what I mean by that is on Monday between 5 and 6, I'm going to be doing this. Of course, life happens, things happen, things about kids happen. So you might not be able to stick to it, but at least you'll have a peace of mind when you think, oh, I'll tackle that on Monday. So you don't think about it until Monday, 5 o'clock. If that doesn't work, like I said, flexibility is key. You just move it to another day. And what I use for time blocking and assigning times to tasks is actually Google Calendar. No matter which system you use, make sure that you're setting realistic goals. Like I said, maybe 2 hours a day is a realistic goal for you to have for yourself or for your work, then stick to it. Don't try to assign 3, 4, 5 hours in a day that you won't be able to make. You can also use a coloring system on a clock, on a wall clock. I'll insert a picture right here because if you have something like that, you can just look at it quickly and see what you need to be doing on a perfect day. You can also make a list of weekly recurring tasks and include these tasks in your time blocking or in your to-do list so that you don't feel like you're behind on things. This could be meal prepping, this could be cleaning. The things that you have to do every week, they take time. So make sure that you include those tasks in your planning system. All in all, structure and organization is key when it comes to planning for moms. Tip number 3 is to have ideal day and ideal week guidelines. This is basically creating a perfect day and a perfect week guideline, as I mentioned in tip number 2. What I mean by that is, on an ideal day when everything is normal, nothing crazy is happening, I want to wake up at that time, I want to do my morning routine, which includes these tasks or these things, and then I want to do this, I want to do that, like time these things and use it as a guideline and try to stick to it as much as possible. Of course, life happens. Even without kids, it's really hard to stick to a guideline like this, but if you have something, you know exactly what happens in an ideal day, so you don't try to put other things in your day. This really helps with prioritization as well. When you're creating your ideal day, maybe you create a morning routine as well that includes some things that you can do before your kids are awake. And when it comes to your ideal week planning, you can actually batch things together, so do similar things at one go so that you save on time. And in an ideal day or an ideal week, of course, good habits play a huge role. So make sure that you're trying to adopt these really good habits, like cleaning the dishes before you go to bed, so that you wake up to a really clean and nice kitchen. I think right now is the perfect time to start working on these habits. In my previous video, I talked about how to create a daily routine, the perfect day routine. If you're interested, you can go and watch that video after this one. Tip number 4 is, again, a type of planning, but I think this is one of the most useful ones. Plan activities for your kids without you. So you make some research on Pinterest, on Facebook groups, on anything, any type of resource that you find good ideas for your kids to spend time without you being there. Of course, it depends on how old your kids are, but if they're old enough to spend time on their own, creating really interesting, really nice, maybe some educational activities that they will enjoy will help them with their personal development and in general raising them to become amazing human beings, but that will also give you a lot of time. So plan these ahead, make a list of things and try to come up with these every day, and this way they're also not going to be bored. If you're new here or if you're watching me for a while and haven't subscribed yet, please make sure that you do so by clicking the link on the bottom left corner here, I guess. Tip number 5, be organized. When I say be organized, I don't mean be tidy at all times. What I mean is to actually have a space for every single thing in your home. This way, either you or someone else in your family can bring things away and keep your environment a little bit more tidy, and you don't have to do this every single day. Also, make sure that you have some declutter baskets here and there where you just collect things around and bring them to their spaces. Organized spaces make tidying so much easier, but also it gives you that brain space because you don't see random stuff all around the house bothering you and making you feel like you need to get up, tidy these areas. And if it's really hard for you to organize because you don't have the space, you can try to minimize the amount of stuff you have. Less stuff, less clutter. Tip number 6, use Power Hour. What is Power Hour? It's basically setting an alarm on your phone or on your kitchen timer for an hour, and you try to do as many things as possible within an hour. I think it works amazingly with cleaning around. So you set an alarm, you know you're going to spend 1 hour, you have a limitation, so you're not going to be ending up cleaning for 5 hours, and you're going to do this way faster than normal. If you do Power Hour cleaning twice a week, I think you're good to go. Tip number 7, delegate. I'm sure you heard this one, giving tasks to your husband and your kids so that they help you as well, and you don't have to do as many things as you do right now. But I'm going to talk about the second type of delegation, which is hiring help, using money to get time back. Of course, right now with Corona, we're not able to get cleaners into our houses, but you can still use some help online to hire professionals to do some things for you. Understanding what you do in a week by doing that weekly recurring task list, you'll also understand what tasks you can delegate and what type of help you actually need. There is nothing wrong about paying a professional to get some time in your life, because time is definitely way, way, way more valuable than money. Tip number 8 is to find shortcuts. This could be as simple as buying pre-washed and cut vegetables instead of buying them, complete and cutting them yourself. That also saves time. But there are so many other things that you can find shortcuts for. You can do your groceries online, as we all know, but you can also use systems like Amazon Subscribe and Save so that they deliver regularly without you doing anything. Other automations, especially if you're a working mom and you're on social media, using social media automations is also incredible. Another idea for a shortcut would be putting all of your bills onto auto payments. You probably have some of them already, but maybe there are some that you're still going on and paying every single month. Last one, prep everything the night before. This is also a shortcut. So preparing what you're gonna wear, what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna, wear as jewelry or whatever it might be. Also for your kids, prep the night before so that you save time in the morning. Tip number 9, have a family calendar as well as a home system. When I say a family calendar, I mean a calendar that has everybody's schedules on so that you know who needs to do what when. And a home system is basically a binder that has your insurance documents, user manuals, some important phone numbers, anything that you have for your house. Combine them together and create a home system. In this home system, you can also have standard operating procedures or processes, such as if the washing machine breaks, do these, and then you write the steps so you know what exactly needs to be done, or someone who reads that SOP can also do exactly what you would have done. So you can just give this to someone in the house and they can do this for you. And within this category of home systems, I really like using the Reminders app on the iPhone for groceries, because you can share this list with everyone in the house, and when somebody uses up something, you can just add it to the groceries list so you never run out of stuff. Tip number 10, try meal prepping or meal planning. These are both incredibly useful tools because I think meals and cooking and deciding what you're gonna eat and shopping for them are incredibly time-consuming tasks. So what we do is to plan for the whole week, and we decide what we're gonna eat that week on the Sunday, and we order online everything that we need. So we don't spend, more money than we need to. We know exactly what we need, so we're never short on things, so we don't have to go to the grocery store. That's also a time-consuming thing. And also we choose really healthy options. For planning our meals for a week, we use a planner insert from my company, Get Estilo. And I'm gonna leave the link below in the description box if you wanna check it out. Meal prepping is completely different. Meal planning is just planning what you're gonna eat and make the shopping list according to that. Meal prepping is actually cooking for 3-4 days at one go, putting all of it in the fridge or the freezer and have them ready. So you spend less time cooking, less energy cooking, and you don't have to think about what we're gonna eat every single day. We used to do this when we were still living in Switzerland, and it was just brilliant. You can find really nice containers for meal prepping on Amazon, and I'm leaving my favorite down in the description box as well. And I have a bonus tip for you. This is basically smart multitasking. What I mean by that is combining a task that requires your attention with another task that doesn't require your full concentration. A great example for that would be listening to audiobooks while you're getting ready or cleaning or cooking. If you ever felt like you didn't have time to read, this is the perfect way to make time to read a book. Well, listen to a book. Another one would be combining exercise with family time. So maybe doing exercise all together. So you're doing something together, but you're getting your exercise out of the way as well. Before I tell you one last thing about time management skills for mums, I just want to invite you once more to subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps. Thank you. So that last thing is the most important thing. Don't try to be perfect. It's okay that your house is not looking like something out of a magazine. It's okay if you're not eating healthy every day. It's okay, you're a mom. You're incredible. So don't worry about anything. So that's all I wanted to say, and I really hope that you found this video useful as a mom, or that you already shared it with a mom that you know could use these tips. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video that is all about time management. Remember, you only have one life, and your life consists of days. What else can you get out of the one life you have? Until the next one, take care. Bye. Mwah.